Hey, what's up?
Oh, hello, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, to New Life Poetry. We're doing the title. Y'all see the title already. It says "No Complaints," right? No complaints. I got my dude on here, Jacob, coming in from Malaysia, right?
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's
man,
up?
how you doing?
Good, man. Everything's fine. Everything's good. No complaints. No complaints at all.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Always positive. Always keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So, guys, if y'all just now tuning in, man, we're doing the title. You see the title. It's called No Complaints. No Complaints. My friend Jacob from Malaysia. My name is Pierre Ingram. If you guys don't know me, I'm a poet, right? Slash affiliate marketer, online network marketer, whatever you want to call it, right? Um, I'm a writer, and Jacob is in the network marketing too space.
Yeah,
And
actually, we do a lot of stuff, bro. You know that we do a lot of stuff. We're a musician. I'm a musician. I do hip hop. I do a break dance as well. I was a break dancer. So lots of things. But now the main focus, of course, making money, man. Yeah,
right.
that's how the word, became. So we have to follow the word. So that's it. That's what
Mhm.
we're trying to do, man.
So I would just want to embrace you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I would just want to say, like, I really appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in to New Life Poetry, this live stream. God bless y'all. Hope everybody's walking around with no complaints, right? There's a lot of things going on in this world. So we have to be able to, like, really think positive, react positive to anything that's going on the outside of you, right? So,
The problem is we are bombarded with a lot of negative things. So we cannot focus on it. You have to focus on what's inside you and bring that to the outside. So you living from the inside to the outside world. You don't just see what's going on outside and you just live with it and you react to it. Always try to think what's inside of you and this what you bring to the outside world.
oh, see that I like that, bro, because I'm gonna take you guys back to a story, right? To where when I was in middle school, matter of fact, this is a long time ago, right? Where I would like the things that was going on inside of me, man. It would show on the outside of me, right? Like I was like skipping school, right? I was skipping school. I went to detention a lot, right? Got suspended a lot. Got in a lot of fights, and all these things was happening because the stuff that was going on the inside of me, right?
Yeah, that's true,
I
man.
was confused, full of rage and stuff like that. And sometimes when you're a kid, you can't find a way to deal with your emotions. So that's kind of what he was just talking about too. I just wanted to give y'all an example of me when I was a kid, not being able to deal with what was going on the inside of me. So let's get back to no complaints though.
Yeah, let's get back to no complaints. Yeah, so let me tell you a little story about me, bro. I'm not from Malaysia. I'm from Damascus, Syria. If you know Syria, we are in the Middle East. So
Okay.
yeah, obviously a lot of people know what happened, in Syria back in 2010. When the war started, and of course a lot of people, more than half of Syria, maybe now, or more than that even, they all. So no complaints, man. No complaints. After 10 years, I'm still alive. I'm still like traveling from place to place. So I've been traveling a lot. So first, when I left Syria, I went to Egypt. Of course, Egypt was at that time it was 2012, I think, and there was a lot of also another revolution there. So I experienced more trouble, in my life. But at the same time, I said to myself, no complaints. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do something big. I'm gonna try my best. To keep positive. So I stayed there for like let's say 2 years, I think. Yeah,
Hmm.
around 2 years, or maybe 1 year, one year and a half. So I stayed in Egypt. I face, of course, the revolution. Sometimes I go to work. I see people demonstrating on the roadside and walking around. Yeah. seen a lot of stuff there in Egypt. And then from Egypt, I go back to Lebanon, which is kind of close to my country. And then there I had like, there also is another problem, the discrimination. They hate also Syrians because their country is kind of small. So they're like, these people coming, to our country to take our jobs. I even worked there, as a waiter. So there, the treatment is like crazy, man. I used to work 12 hours a day, as a waiter there. And, you get paid like, let's say $300 a month, maybe something like that, $400 a month. So it's really, man, no complaints at all. Life is not easy at all, but we keep moving, we keep being positive. That's how it is. And then, from there, I go to South Africa. South Africa, of course, is me there in South Africa. They think I'm from, the people there and all that. I get mugged, I get in a lot of trouble there. Like, I lived there for 2 years. It was like hell, man. It's not easy at all to survive there. I lived a life of, really, really dangerous life there.
So what kind of things happen down there?
In South Africa, you can get mugged. A lot of mugging, a lot of problems that you can face. Like, of course, you cannot get a job. Of course, it's not easy to get a job. But many things, man. It's not easy to live there, especially if you live in Johannesburg. It's more like, it's kind of, is not for me. It's not for me. They think, I'm like, they're like, like their people and all that. So it's very dangerous, man. There, like, it's not easy. Then I moved to Cape Town. It's a little bit, less problems, problematic for me to live there. But still, at the same time, they still see you as I'm not sure why they see you like this, like you're not one of them or something. So you still get into a lot of trouble there. Yeah, even there, I lived in a lot of shelters. Like for maybe 6 months, I lived in shelters, homeless shelters.
Wow.
I suffered a lot, man. There, I lived the life of like really like if you live this life, you cannot say no complaints. But for me, I would always say no complaints because I know that what's coming after this, is going to be a brighter chapter. Things will start to get better and better for you, as long as you don't give up. But if you just see like something, for example, small, like maybe, we don't have, let's say, maybe you go to the store, you don't find something and you complain about it. Some people like this, that's how small their complaint can be. But for us, we don't do that. We don't do that. We just keep moving. We never complain about anything. That's the part what happened in Africa. It was really difficult for 2 years. Man, I lived like a super difficult life there. And then at the time I moved to Malaysia. And then my life, started to get better and better. Of course, I had a lot of trouble, of course, getting, used to the country and the vibes and everything. Right. But then slowly I got to adapt to the life here.
So like, basically what he's telling his story, man. Jacob's telling his story, right? That we all go through something, right? And you just have to keep on pushing for it, right? And just keep on, just keep feeding that positive. Just keep feeding yourself with positivity, like constantly. You got to bombard yourself with constant positivity, right? Constant, I'm going to do this no matter what's going to get in my way. No matter what gets in my way, I'm going to do this with no complaints, right?
Yeah, that's true. And then one more thing as well, bro, you have to surround yourself with the right-minded people. You don't expect yourself to be positive if you're surrounded with all negative people and all these people who put you down and tell you, you cannot do it, you have to give up, this is life. So just accept your fate or accept, what you're going through, and this is how it's going to be all the time. So always try to surround yourself with the right-minded people as well. That's another part of the plan. So to be able to, to adapt to being positive more and more.
So what's Jacob, what's some of the stuff that you read and listen to, right, that helps you?
Actually, when I start my day, I start with affirmation. I do some affirmation, this kind of affirmation to keep myself, keep my energy up, when I start my day. I do some, like, let's say, positive affirmation. And then after that, I do Tony Robbins, the priming technique.
Yeah.
You heard about it. It's a really awesome technique. Yeah, of course, it's an awesome technique. Because you move your body. That's one thing, and the other thing, you feel grateful. So no complaints, right? So you feel grateful for what what you have in your life and what you've been doing, what you've accomplished in your life. Even it can be so small, but the way you feel grateful about it, it shows to the universe, or it shows to God that you're grateful for the smallest things. So let's give him more and more. Let's give him bigger things. Let's give him better things in life. So that's one thing. And then the second part of this meditation is after that. You're grateful for three things, and then you do the lighting, right? When the light comes to you. So this is also, it's like imagining how positive you are, right? Like the energy coming out to you, and you sending it to the people. So it's really powerful, that part as well. If you understand the energy, right? Because it's more like toward the energy, not toward like like the real world, or whatever you're gonna call it. Then the third thing, of course, what you want to achieve in your life, what you feel like you have it. You just feel like you have it. If you feel like you have it, you will have it. That's how it is. It's all about feeling. So the more you feel, that's why if you stay positive and you feel that you have something, you're gonna have it. Definitely, no matter what. Yeah, and then after that, maybe I do what else? And then I do like I read some books. Like, let's say I like to read. One of the books that I like to read was the Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's a really nice book. It's the way to show you how to remove all your limiting beliefs. Because as human, right, we have this kind of limiting beliefs that's limiting us from taking action, or limiting us from from moving forward in our life, that we think we're stuck somewhere, or why is this happening to me? Why this is happening to me? You don't know the psychology, or you don't know the mental aspect behind it, right?
Right.
So when you read this book, you will really understand. So I really recommend, if these people are watching, guys, you need to get this book and read it. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
Yeah, he's something else, man. He's the real deal. Like, he will really like shift your whole way of thinking. Like, the one night I was sitting on my couch and I was just listening to Joe Dispenza, and the next day I woke up and I went for a walk down in the woods, right, to ground myself. And I came back, man. I came back. It was a good day that day. I came back. I was all relaxed, right? I was just like in the right mental state. I'm thinking that's the same day, man, that I had a guy commission online. It was like $1,000. I was like, wow. I was like, because I was tapped in, right? You got to be tapped into the energy, right?
If you start your 5 day, if you start your 5 minutes of your first, let's say you wake up, right? So you wake up, give the first 10 minutes, and you do like any technique to keep you in that positive mood. You can keep yourself in that positive mood the whole day. But if you wake up and okay, let me check my phone. Did I make any commission? You're done. You're wasting your day. You're definitely not going to have any good day unless you prime yourself, to have that good day, to expect some miracles, to happen in your life that day. Wake up every day to have that mindset, right? Like, okay, today I'm expecting a miracle. Today I'm expecting a miracle, and really, you're gonna have miracle day.
Oh yeah.
No complaints.
That's what I'm talking about, Jacob. And he's so right though. Like, it's that first part of your morning, like, that determines your whole day. Like, literally, it really is. Like, I lay on the floor, right? And when I wake up, I go straight for my gratitude journal, and I start writing, or I go for the Bible or something, and start reading this and stuff. And then it just primes you for the whole day. And after that, I just go for a walk in the woods or the forest, and just go by the river, and just actually just think about my next steps, right?
Wow, this is even better. If you focus on the nature as well, that's even better connection than you focus on like staying at the same place, because you're circulating your energy around something that's really super positive. It cannot be negative at all. Like the rivers, or like say the plants or anything like that. They never be negative. They always be positive. So if you surround yourself with nature, that's why you feel good, right?
Right. and then you just come back and you're ready to whatever you're gonna do after that. You're ready to work. You're ready to like right. You're in the right energy. You got
Yeah,
that right. You in that right what word is it? You're in the
mindset.
right zone. You're in the
Yeah,
right mindset. You're in the right zone, right? So you're ready to go and talk to people. You're ready to pick up and get on a Zoom call and talk to people. And people feel that energy. They like, wow, Jacob energy is just phenomenal. Like when I left that call, I felt better than what I felt when I first came to the call, right? You got to be able to leave better than when you came in. And if you, oh my God.
it's all about feeling, right? It's all about energy and feeling. So
Yeah.
that's what we're channeling to everybody, right? That's how we communicate. We communicate with feeling. We communicate with energy. That's how we communicate, right? On energy level. So yeah, that's the thing, man.
And see, that's why you gotta surround yourself with like positive people, people with high energy, right? Because you know how it feels when you surround yourself around negativity. You feel like you're drained, right? You're just like laid out. Like you could be laid out on the floor, like tired, right? You feel tired for the whole day. You sluggish. You're walking like this, right?
Yeah, that's true, man. And of course, sometimes even your family member can be the negative people.
Ah, man, my friend and left. Technical difficulties, but I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to No Complaints, right? And the whole plot, the whole thing around this video is about just taking life on, right, in a positive manner, right, and doing positive things. Here you go. He's back. I found him. I was like, what happened to you?
I just like flip my computer, so suddenly things start to become like a lot of negative energy, right? So it's in the air. So always try to remove it, right? That's what you do. We don't do it. So you see my hats also. It's the fighting hat. So we keep pushing, keep fighting every day. That's how we live.
Yep. Don't give up. The only
Don't
time
give up, man.
you give up and quit. And we never really lose. We're always winning. Why?
Even
Because
if you lose, it's okay. Don't take it. It's a big deal because this thing, when you lose, you learn something for you to win the whole battle, right? So because you lost this part of the battle, you didn't lose the whole war, right? Or you lose the battle, but you didn't lose the whole war. So that's the thing. So one thing, if you let's say you lose one thing, you didn't lose the whole war, man. So that's okay. That's okay to lose sometime. It's not life is like this. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. In business as well, sometimes you make commission, sometimes you don't. So that's life.
and to
When
be
you
okay.
accept this concept, you start to think in a different way. Like your mindset start to shift. Like you think, oh, maybe this is how I should think, and then you see different things. You don't see no as no. You see no. Okay, maybe I have to work harder on this one. I have to find a way, to penetrate that no mentality. That's how.
Right. It's how. It's why. Hold on. Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And how can I make this better? How can I make this work? How can I get around this thing that's eating at me? How can I do it? Right?
Yeah.
You ask yourself how.
Like a little tip, bro. Like this is from the subconscious way of thinking. So
Uh-huh.
let's say, for example, you have something that's you stuck with it and you don't know how to figure it out, right? You don't know
Right.
how to figure it out. So what you say to your subconscious, okay, so tomorrow at this time, I need you to find the solution for this. At this time, the next day, your subconscious will give you an idea that you never thought of because, right, it's coming from the superconscious. So things come from the superconscious to your subconscious, and then you get it to your conscious. So that's one thing. If people get stuck somewhere, maybe they don't know maybe how to find a solution to their problem. They must not think about it too much because they're not going to get the solution right away. Yeah, just something to add it up to what you're talking about. So now you go ahead. Sorry, bro.
No, 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 it's cool. I'm listening, like for real. Like you're right though. And that's when like I'm a writer, right? So when I'm writing, sometimes I go through writer's block, right?
Yeah.
My mind gets stuck. But when I go and walk, right? It's when you go and walk and you start building those I forgot what it's called, but it builds up in your body. A chemical builds up in your body like when you run or go for a walk, and then it opens up your mind called flow state. And you could go for a walk and come back, and all of a sudden you're just writing a whole page of and non-stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's another way. But always, try to control your subconscious or tell your subconscious what to do. Don't let your subconscious, like control your way of thinking and to make you stuck somewhere. So the more you practice and the more you work on your subconscious, the more you see your subconscious, start to adapt to what you're saying, start to what do you call it? To respond, right? Start to respond to your thoughts and start to agree with you more. Because, right, we always have this constant chatter in our head, like, should I do it? No. Should I do it? No. So when you practice and you work on your subconscious, when you talk to your subconscious more, then you start to see different results. You don't get stuck in too much.
Mm-hmm. Then you start moving without thinking, right? Bruce Lee said, "I want to kick till I could kick without thinking." Basically,
Yeah.
it's just so natural, it's so organic, right? That he's not thinking, because when we get in our heads instead of our hearts, that's when things start getting ripped apart, right? Things that you already created gets ripped apart. We have to like stay in our heart, right, and get out of our heads, because we don't move internal. Internal beings can do anything. Things happen effortlessly, right? But then
Yeah.
when we get inside here, man, it's a
That's
terrible.
the mental chatter. If you get stuck in that mental chatter, you're done.
Right.
You're destined for failure, man. You're gonna fail definitely, because this thing always will fight you. You have this fighting, right? That the fighting spirit inside of you, the chatter. No, you're not gonna make it. No, I'm gonna make it. No, you're not gonna make it. Like that. You feel like, what's going on? Why my brain is fighting me, right? But it's not fighting you actually. That's, remember, the limiting beliefs, the all the beliefs that the society gave you and the community, back in the days when you were born. Because remember, the kids their subconscious super clean, man. They can do anything. That's why if you want to learn something, you learn it from the kid. You learn from kids. Definitely, you can learn a lot from kids.
Dude,
They are always positive and happy. They have nothing to worry about. No complaints for them. So if you want to learn how to no complain, just go talk to a child, a baby. Those babies, when they cry, man, they're amazing.
For real, dude. I will always ask people this. I was like, what have you learned from your children? Because your children they challenge you too, right? They challenge you. They're not afraid to do things, right? They there's no fear zone for kids. It's no such thing of, they have no fear, right? And they walk around, they don't hold grudges. Like you could do something to a kid, they'll forgive you, right? They'll forgive you. Like I think my nieces and nephews fighting over a toy, right? They fought over it, and then 5 minutes later they was fine, right? Adults, we hold.
They don't think about it anymore. It's gone. They don't remember anything. Yeah.
Right. Right. Exactly. That's why it's good to go back to the kid mentality sometime, right? To be able to feel like a kid again, because you're doing things without really thinking about it. You're doing things from the heart because you actually really care about people, because you actually really want to build relationships, right? Because kids, they don't care. They'll talk to you like, hey, thanks. But the kids that hide behind stuff they was around too many adults for a long time. And then we get programmed by adults, and then adults try to tell kids, oh, well, you should think like this, you should do like this, because I think like this, because I am like this, right?
Exactly. That's the program. That's the program. They get in, and then they get their mind, they can't, what do you call it, dirty, or they get their mind polluted, right, with really bad ideas.
Right.
And that's what the subconscious already, receptive to being, change. I think around 6 years old or 7 years old, their subconscious start to be, more receptive to change.
Right.
Around that age, I'm not sure exactly, but around, I think around that.
Yeah, man.
Yesterday, I asked one question on my Facebook. I said to the people, who's the captain and who's the crew? Nobody got the answer. I thought to myself, is it really difficult, man? Can you guess it? Who's the captain and who's the crew?
Who's the captain?
Yeah, and who's the crew?
We're the captain.
Huh?
We're the captain.
Yeah, but no, in our body, who's the captain and who's the crew?
I don't know that one.
It's difficult, right? It's kind of difficult. I thought maybe somebody, will guess it. The captain, right, is our conscious.
Okay.
The crew is our subconscious. The crew always follow the captain. They follow what the captain says. That's why. Nobody guessed it. I was so sad, man. Why nobody?
It's okay. No, because you told me.
Sometimes, yeah, I try to, need to always think in a different way. Yeah.
A different perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Adapt to different levels of thinking.
Right.
That's how.
Right. You gotta stay open. The people that don't grow is the people that, like, they'll hear something like, no, I'm cool. I'm used to doing this all the time, so I'm gonna just stick with that. Oh, I've never did that before, so I'm not gonna try that. Right?
Yeah. They're comfortable because they are comfortable with what they have now. They're not thinking, oh, if I try this, what is gonna happen, right? This is again the mental chatter. We go back to the same problem. The mental chatter will tell you, oh, if you do this, what's gonna happen? Maybe you're gonna fail. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose energy. You're gonna lose whatever, and then you don't do it anymore. So that's why we need to always, right? We need to reprogram our subconscious in order for us to not have this mental chatter. Try to make it less. Try to fight it. Yeah. Surround yourself. That's my best advice to the people. Surround yourself with like-minded people. If you wanna succeed in this world, not right now, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people. Even if you don't see them face to face, right? Still, you can get the same energy.
Right. Zoom call, whatever you got to do to surround yourself around positive people, right?
Yeah. Even if you have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah?
Even if
it works both ways. If you cannot find someone, and if you have to pay for it, pay for it. This is investment in your education, in your mental education, in your personal development. It's not for the person. The person doesn't care, right? The person, he already got what you need to have. He got this mental block removed. He got his personal development set. So you definitely need to do that, man. No complaints, right? No complaints. Always, you have to do it. You have to do it no matter what.
Yeah, that's very important for your growth. It's important.
Don't complain saying like, oh, I'm not being able to do this. Why I'm not being able to do this? What's stopping me?
And that's a good question.
Yeah, and don't let other people also, tell you what to do. That's another thing. Even if they're your friends or your family, don't let them tell you what to do. You have to do your own. You have to think, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do to better my life? What I'm going to do to improve my conditions, my living conditions, my mental conditions, every aspect of my life. How am I going to be better tomorrow? Right? My friend Pierre is having some difficulties. We'll be back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live. We're just trying to, to tell you guys some of, what we've been through, and just, to stay in that positive mood, right? To not complain, man. Do not complain. always stay in that positive mood and just, be grateful. Be grateful for everything that even you have or whatever, even if you have the smallest thing, be grateful for it. Always be grateful. That's how it is. Even in this world right now, right, we're living in this kind of negative, that the negative energy is kind of getting, closer to us, right, with what's happening in the world, the sea thing and all that. So just don't focus on it. Don't try not to watch TV as well, as much as possible. Try to stay away from TV. Don't watch it. And try to read more, just try to read as much as possible. The more you read, the more, you're feeding, right, your conscious and your subconscious more thoughts that will enrich it. It will give it better, aspects in life. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoying this live. You guys got some value out of it. My friend Pierre is having some difficulties. So you guys can tell us where you're tuning in from, and if you're on the live, you can hashtag live. If you're on the replay, you can hashtag replay. Just let us know, guys, where you're tuning in from. We appreciate you guys if you are sticking with us right now.
There we go.
Back. What happened, bro?
My screen got froze. I don't know what was going on.
The negative energy got you, man.
It's okay. It's okay though. No complaints.
No complaints.
We're gonna keep going.
I was telling the guys, I hope they got some value out of this. It was valuable, advice that we gave to them, and the story inspired them, and they give them that push, right, they need. And I was telling them also, not to watch TV as much as possible right now, because what's going on around the world with the sea thing and all that. So try not to watch TV as much as possible. Read more, read as much as possible. Keep reading.
All this negativity going around, we have to be the ones that spread positivity, right? We don't want to help add on to the things that's already going on. It's just that makes no sense, right? It's not congruent. Like what? Let's add good things to this world instead of just like adding on and rioting and burning stuff up and burning your own stuff up and right, like
there's no benefit of doing this. I mean, I'm not sure what people are going to gain from burning buildings or doing all this kind of stuff. It's nothing is gonna you're not gonna gain anything. You're not gonna bring, let's say, the dead back or something like that. No, nothing like that.
Right.
So just think about it, right? We're adults here. Just let's think, for a second. You're not gonna gain anything from this. So what? You're gonna like fuel your anger a little bit, and like try to cure your anger. I'm not sure what exactly people are trying to do, but they should be like no complaints, man. There should be no complaints. If they live how we live, almost 10 million now, or more than 10 million, Can you imagine? Like now, they're less than 3 million live there. Less than 3 million. The rest, they are everywhere. If you go in any country now, you can find Syrians. Even in the countries that you've never heard of, maybe you can find one person, a Syrian living there. We're like Exodus, like in the Bible, right? The Exodus in the Bible. Right. We're like that now. We're like everywhere, man. We went every place in the whole universe. You just go, you can find one Syrian somewhere.
Mhm.
So really no complaint, man. Whatever you are, not right now, you're having water, you're having electricity, you're having, some people, they don't have even the electricity. Like in Syria, they cut the electricity, like 2-3 hours per day, 5 hours per day sometimes. Even the internet, it's limited now. They have to limit the internet, so you cannot use the internet for long. No complaints, right? No complaints at all.
Right. Like some people, like we don't even understand. We don't. Some people can't even comprehend what other people go through, right? And that's why we have to be like really grateful for every single thing. I'm talking about if you ain't counting the things that you're grateful for, you better start counting now. You better
Yeah,
start counting
you have
down.
unlimited. You have unlimited things to be grateful for.
Right. Unlimited. Right.
If you see, just look outside. You'll be grateful for the sun. You'll be grateful for the sky. You'll be grateful for the clouds. You'll be grateful for, these are just outside that things that you don't even touch, right? But what about you? You're living. You're alive, man. This every day, just wake up, say, oh, thank you, God. I'm still alive. I wake up another day. A lot of people, right? Nobody heard anything about them. Suddenly they're sleeping.
It's true. It's the truth.
No, man. Really, you should never complain. You have nothing to complain about.
I
Like people in Malaysia, when they stuck in the traffic jam, oh, there's a traffic jam. We are stuck in the traffic jam. I mean, this should be nothing to you, You're stuck in the traffic jam. Just listen to music, try to keep yourself positive, and the jam will start moving. You got yourself stuck in the traffic jam. That's right, because we live inside our mind. Remember what I told you at the beginning of this live? I say we live inside our mind. So if we see the inside that, we're not stuck in the jam, we're not going to get stuck in the jam anymore. Suddenly you will see the traffic, right, start to move. So that's for everything in life. It applies to everything in life.
Right.
If you see yourself, like happy and you're not complaining, you will see how your life will change.
Dude, it does. It changed drastically. Like I can't even lie. Like last year, man, I lost my mom and dad, right? But at the same time, my life changed drastically, emotionally too. It just really hit me hard. Like I went to go to the store for my dad. Came back and he passed away in the chair in my room over here, right? He died, right? So you never know. Like life is not guaranteed. Life is not guaranteed for the next day. So when you have these thoughts of doing something and you want to succeed at something and you want to accomplish something, just do it. Who cares about the chatter in your head? Just do it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Don't just do it. Don't complain. Don't say, oh, I don't have the right tools. I don't have the right things. I don't have the money for it. Even just don't complain. You can find a way to do anything in this life. If you want to do it, you can do it. You will do it, no matter what, right? If you don't have a computer, you can go and borrow another person, like your friend, your family member computer, for example, right?
Right.
Computer, phone, anything in life, you can still find a way, to get it, no matter what. Even the money, you can find a way to get it.
Yep.
But people still, complain, oh, I don't get a lot of money, in my job. Yeah, of course. You're not going to get a lot of money. If you complain, like, for example, I will give you a big example. My dad, right? You remember I told you about my dad?
Right.
My dad always constantly complaining, about money. He always say, I don't have money, like my money doesn't last me maybe like, let's say 10 days, during the month and then finish. And then the more he's saying this, the more, he get in debt, the more he get, not having any money. He end up, in worse situations because of that. And I always, remind him and tell him, this is not how you think. And his main advice to me always, he's telling me, always keep your money, for your rainy days. Keep your penny. I'm not sure how you guys say it. Like keep your penny for your rainy days. But if you think like this, that means you're gonna bring the rainy day to you. So you cannot think like this.
Yeah.
And my dad is 60, man. My dad's 60 up to 70 years old, And I'm telling my dad what to do, man. You can see. That's the social development, the personal development. What can teach you? You can be even better than the people that 70 and 80 years old because they didn't work on themselves, right? They didn't have the time, or they didn't. Yeah, exactly. They didn't have the time because they were stuck in that 9 to 5, right? So they don't have the time for it. Nobody gave them that time. Nobody even told them what to do. Even their family, right? Like just say my grandfather. My grandfather was like my father. He told them the same thing. He told them, "Oh, keep your penny for your rainy days." My grandfather told my grandfather, "Keep your penny for your rainy days." So that's why we got all the shit here. We got all this problem, all this inside our head because they gave us all this. But still, no complaint, right? No complaint, man. You can still change no matter what. Even if whatever you got, whatever happens in your life, you can still change and you can turn your life, and become, let's say, Bill Gates. You can become Elon Musk. You can become anybody. But the best thing to become is yourself. To give the message, that God gave you, right? That God told you, this message is for you, right? This is your purpose. So take this purpose and spread it around and tell people, what you know, that they might, benefit from it. Might be something valuable for them in their lives.
My man Jacob right here, bro. Guys, you just don't know how amazing this guy is, bro. So I want all you guys, man, to always like follow him and just look at his content. He's a good guy, right? And just I hope you guys took in all that. I hope you guys was taking notes and just actually like really paying attention to these things because it is real. This is real. This is real stuff. Like stuff that could change your life. Like change not just your life, but your family's life, right? Your kids' life. For real.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to inspire the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. Because we don't want them to live the life we've lived, right? We don't want them to face what we faced because we didn't know. We didn't know anything, bro. We didn't know anything. Nothing. If we didn't educate ourselves, we don't know nothing until now. Like I see people around me here in Malaysia, everywhere I go, bro, everywhere. They work, constantly. They work constantly and they make the same amount of money each and every month. Right. And they complain, oh, I have a lot of debts to pay. I have a lot of things to pay. Why are you complaining? You're the one who didn't take action. You're the one who didn't, do something for your life. So if you don't do something for your life, nobody's gonna help you, right? Nobody's gonna give you a hand. Okay, come, take my hand. Because you're not asking for the hand even.
Right, you're not even asking for the hand. Exactly. But by people fall into victimhood, like the world owes you something. No, we have to get up and start going after what we want, what we need, right? In a positive manner, right? To show other people by example that you don't have to just like give up and say, you know what, I went through this stuff, so I'm just gonna give up. Life is too much pressure on me, right? But a diamond is made under pressure, right? And I swear, all of us in this world are diamonds, right? But you just have to dig deep inside, man, and pull that out. And when bad and negative things happen, man, it's just happening for your good anyway, to make you even more better than who you were yesterday and today. And your future is just going to be magnificent.
One more thought as well, bro. Like always focus on now, focus on this moment. Don't think that there's past. The past is not you anymore. Don't, keep, victimizing yourself, right? What you said, like living in the victim. Don't always think, oh, what happened to me in the past? This is me. It's not you, man. It's not you anymore. Don't think that's you. You're not. You're done with this. That's not you. You are now. Jacob is now, right? Jacob is not 1 year ago or 2 years ago. No. Jacob is right now. That's what I have. I have only this moment. At the moment, I don't have the past. I don't have anything in the past. I don't have anything in the future. I only have this moment. So if I don't act right now, nothing's gonna change. Not gonna change my future, right? Always live in that moment. If you think like every minute and now, your life will change because you're gonna block the mental chat. That's another thing you have to remind yourself. Live in the now. The more you live in the now, the mental chatter will start to stop. So that will give you, you know, the way to take massive action. So you'll be able, you know, to get this kind of results that you're looking for.
Right.
But if you don't try to stop the mental chatter, you're gonna be in fight, right? In that fight, in that constant, you know, trouble with your subconscious. So you're not gonna be able to achieve the results that, you know, you're looking to achieve, whatever small, you know, or big it is, because you can achieve anything. Impossible, right? The word impossible says impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how you see it. It's how you see it. It's not what you see. It's how you see it. Because we live inside our mind, right? We don't live outside. This is all projection of what we have inside of us.
That was good, Jacob, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
It's like what time is it over here? It's about like 1 something in the morning, right? But some of this message was supposed to be sent out here. If this was the old me, I would have complained, but no complaints. I would have complained and be like, you know what? I can't do that. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't relay this message to the people, right? But
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta stay up late. Sometimes you gotta put that extra effort into something that you're doing, right? To make your outcome even better than what you used to live, right?
Take action no matter what. Take action no matter what. Don't try to stop yourself. If the mental chatter start, you know, just live in the now. Just say, oh, I'm grateful for the moment. Right now, I'm gonna do it. No matter what, I'm just gonna do it. Doesn't matter.
And it shows how grateful you are for that moment when you take action. You're like, I'm grateful for this moment. I'm taking action for I can show this moment that I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, exactly. Just because the present itself is say present. You know, present is a gift.
Right.
It's a gift. So if this is a gift and you're not taking advantage of this gift, then I'm not sure what to say anymore. You know, this is a real gift you're getting in this second. So just take advantage of it and take advantage of it. That's one also piece of advice I'd like to give people. Just take advantage of this second that you have. As you say, you know, you right now you're here. Next second you're not.
Right.
Nothing guaranteed.
Nothing. Especially these 9-to-5 jobs. I just had to put that out here.
Yeah, definitely. That's not guaranteed at all. That's zero guarantee. And that's also, as I told you, remember what I told you about my dad? That's brought him down. So don't think, you know, if you're earning, let's say $3,000 or $5,000 a month, you're going to earn $10,000 the next month. No, you're going to earn $2,000. You're going to earn $1,000. How? When you pay a lot of bills, right? A lot of debts, a lot of things, that's going to come to you because you are on that emotional level. You are on that physical level, like as energy, right? If we're talking from the energy side of things, you are on that level. So the more you are on that level, you start to go down from that level because you're not surrounding yourself with the right people. That's one thing.
Right.
You're surrounding yourself with the same energy. And those people also, most of them, they are energy drainers, right? So they will even, you know, they will even let you fall until, like, you know, you complain more and more and more, and you say, oh, nothing is working. Of course, that's who you have. That's the kind of people you have around you. So you're gonna complain, but you should always think no complaints. Try to surround yourself with the right-minded people and say no complaints, and you will see that there's no complaints, man. Just live with those people and see how they're living. How their life is changing daily. I mean, I see a lot of people on Facebook that, like the one I have on my friends list. They are really, man, their life is like changing and like in constant change, you know, especially like during the CE thing, you know, a lot of people, they took massive action, you know, they say, oh, you know, no matter what, doesn't matter. I don't care, CE thing or whatever, anything that's happening in the world doesn't matter to me. This is not happening to me. This is happening outside of me. What's inside of me, I'm going to make it. I'm going to get this, you know, I'm going to get this money. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do better in my life. I'm going to quit my 9-to-5 and I'm going to, you know, become a businessman no matter what. I have no excuses, you know, I'm just going to keep taking action and I'm going to do it. I see a lot of people on my Facebook, and I'm really, happy as well, because also I'm surrounding myself with these kind of people, which is a really good thing.
Yep. Absolutely. It couldn't get no better than this. For real. Well, it can get better than this, but we're gonna appreciate the moment too, right? And
Yeah.
just surround yourself with people that's gonna level you up. And they're always looking to level up, right? They're not making excuses saying, you know what, I can't do this because this happened. No, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna make this shit happen, no matter what. Because I'm gonna put all my heart into it and my emotion. I'm connected to the vision, right? I'm connected so far to my vision. Can't no one attach you from it. That's how much you have to be ready to win in your life. In your life, win in the inside of you. You so attached to your vision, can't no one break you from it.
Live from the inside, right? If you live from the inside, you win in the inside, you win on the outside. So that's how it is. Just try to win in the inside, and it's easy for you, to win out of this world, the physical world. Because the fight is not outside. Don't think you're fighting, your boss, or you're fighting your colleague. No, you're fighting yourself.
This is why all this stuff is happening right now, because people don't realize that the fight's not on the outside. It's the inside. So we got to work on the inside. This is why all these things are happening, because they know the truth. People don't.
Yeah, the same thing in Syria. We have the same problem. You think what? It's the same thing.
Right.
The same way. The people fighting each other.
Right.
But they don't know why, bro. They don't know why. They have no clue why they're doing this. They just, I will just fight, because of religion, because of whatever, they just fight. That's the problem. So if you change your mindset of everything that, you've been programmed to listen to, you're programmed to see on TV, mainly TV, bro. TV is destructive, man. TV is super destructive.
Right. I got rid of all my TVs. I don't have no TVs.
I have a TV, but I never open the TV. I only watch, like things like say on YouTube or something like that. That's it. That's all I have two TVs actually, but I don't watch them, man. I like TV.
All right, Jacob, man, we're about to sign up out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you,
guys.
Yeah. No complaints, guys. No complaints. Come on.
All right.
Please. If you want to complain, just talk to me. Once you feel like you want to complain, just talk to me. I'll try to solve the issue for you. Don't worry. We are here for you guys. So just let us know. Whatever you have, whatever you're facing, any trouble you're facing in your life, that's okay. Just let us know, and we can help you.
All right. Reach out. You never know. You never know.
Yeah. So if you don't find any positive people around you, just reach out to us. That's really simple. That's the simplest. We want to help you, right, guys? So that's the best way we can help you with. If you have a problem, you get stuck somewhere, just reach out to us. Simple as that.
Simple. God bless y'all. Hope everybody have an awesome night, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Awesome night, definitely, man. Definitely. Awesome night for you guys.
All right, Jacob, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, man. Let me start my day. Take care, bro.
Right.
See you. Take care. Peace.